Hey guys, I have some stretches today for the IT band or iliotibia. That is a ligament that runs from your hip down to the shin. It attaches at the knee joint, helps the knee stabilize and move. Not uncommon for it to be tight or inflamed, especially runners may experience IT band syndrome. That pain can show up anywhere from the hip to the knee, any area there. And for these stretches, I'd encourage you, at least for one of the stretches, to have a strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap, there's other things around your home I'm sure you can find to use. So that can be a belt from your coat, your bathrobe, your pants. It could be a dog leash, exercise band, tie, scarf. Get creative. Grab your strap, put it off beside you. We are going to come down to our backs. So have it within arm's reach, okay? And make sure you come on down. Our first shape, we'll get into this right away, is banana asana. So when you're laying down, you can extend your legs down the mat and zip those legs together. Take your arms directly overhead. If it works for you, those arms can be straight overhead, right? Reaching to that wall behind you. Some of us are tight in the shoulders, the chest area. You may have to bend your elbows, and then I'm giving you an option for one of the arms once we get into this. So while on your back, you're going to scoot your feet over to the right side of your mat. Take the arms over to the right side as well. And here's the option. If that left arm is kind of struggling up in space, has nowhere to go, place it across your chest, your abdomen, okay? And to get more into that IT band, cross your left ankle onto the right ankle, if that feels okay for you. And breathe into your left rib cage while you're here. I'm stretching out the left side of the body, the upper body as well. Maybe feeling that stretch, right, from your hip on down to the knee, targeting that IT band. Good. Breathing there. I'm going to come down and join you. Last couple breaths. Perfect. If you have that left ankle crossed on top of the right, we'll bring that off. Scooch those legs back to center, reset the upper body, adjusting as need be. We'll go right over to the other side. Stick your feet over the left side of your mat, arms over the left side, called banana asana because we're making that shape like a banana or a C shape if you want to think of that, the letter C. You can cross your right ankle on top of the left ankle. You may decide to lay that right arm across the abdomen or the chest, whatever feels comfortable for you. Send your breath to the right rib cage while you're here. Nice. If the right ankle is lifted, let's bring that off. Scoot your feet back to center, arms back to center. Bring your arms alongside you. Reach around. Find that strap for you, whatever you're using. And float that left leg up towards the ceiling. Catch a hold of the arch of your foot. Okay. If your strap is long enough, it allows you to slide your hands down, bring the backs of your arms to the mat. I encourage you to do that. Extend the right leg long. We're going to take both the straps into your right hand. Drop that left leg across the body. Right away, I was starting to feel this on the outside of that left hip. Maybe your left arm goes out beside you to counterbalance here. And breathe. Feeling that lengthening. All right, draw the leg back to center. Soften your knees so you can slide your right foot in towards that strap and release the left leg long. Both the straps now into your left hand. Let that right leg drop across the body over towards the left. Maybe the right arm's coming up beside you to counterbalance. So good. Good, bring that leg back to center, soften the knees, so you can catch that strap and put the strap off beside you. I'd like to give those legs a little shake, a bounce. We're going to do 3 stretches on one side and then the other. So, listening to those lefts and rights, let's bend up the knees. Bring your foot soles onto the mat. First will be our piriformis stretch. Cross the left ankle onto your right thigh. Push that left knee away, pull the toes back on your left foot. Now you can stay here. I'm going to give you 3 options. You keep your right foot staying on the mat if you're feeling like there's enough going on there. I'm happy here. You can lift your legs up towards you, towards your torso. They can hang out over your body here. Lastly, you can thread your hands between your legs there. Take a grip behind your right thigh, the front of your right knee, or you can use your strap behind the right thigh and hold on to the ends of the strap. We want to look for maybe that first point of a stretchy, uncomfortable feeling. Stay there. Also, if your head and shoulders are coming off the mat, and whichever one you chose, that's too far. So we're going to back it off, bring your head and shoulders down, so you might choose one of those other options for your hand grip. Good. Okay, you're using your strap, your hands are threaded through. We're going to release. So that right foot comes back down to the mat. And now exaggerate, drop that left knee all the way over the right leg like you're at a party wearing the short skirt. And then you're going to lift the legs up. Lift your head and shoulders up, reach forward. You can catch a hold of your ankles or your shins or something like that. And then lay the head and shoulders back down. Into happy cow face. One more on this side, so let's release. Bring that right foot sole back down to the mat. We're going to go into a twist. You extend your arms up from the shoulders. Ideally, palms can face up towards the ceiling if that works okay for you. Inhale, and then exhale, drop your legs to the right. If it's okay for your neck, you want to look over the left shoulder. That's okay. Otherwise, keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. With a big inhale, draw your legs and your gaze back up to center. Uncross those legs. In between, if you like a little bit of movement between sides. So you can do some wipers or feel like I need to stretch the legs out. Feel free to do that. And then we'll do those 3 on the other side. Beginning with our pure form of stretch. Bending up the knees, place the feet on the mat. This time, right ankle onto the left thigh. Push that right knee away. Pull the toes back on that right foot. Stay here. Left foot rooting down to your mat. Draw the legs up, stay there, thread through with the hands or your strap. We're checking in head and shoulders. You need to stay down here. Their upper body is relaxed. And breathe into the second side. Right, the hands or the strap are on there. Let's bring that down so the left foot sole can come down. Cross, drop that right knee all the way over the left. Lift those legs up, lift the head and shoulders up briefly. So you can reach forward, catch a hold of your ankles or your shins, and lay the upper body back down. Alright, release the legs, bring that left foot sole back down, extend the arms out from the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, drop the legs to the left. Maybe looking over this right shoulder or gaze up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. And legs and gaze back up. Uncross those legs. Again, maybe a little bit of movement. We're going to come up into tabletop position. So you flush out the legs if you need to. When you're ready, rolling over to one side, push your way up onto your hands and your knees. And if you need some padding for your knees, if your knees are a little sensitive, do take the time to roll up your mat underneath your knees, what you ever need to do, okay? Side cat. This is a nice, again, elongation for the lower half of our legs here. So let's take that left leg straight back behind, cross the left leg over your right foot, and if it works for you, you can take a peek over the right shoulder. You might see those left toes back there. Nice long side bend. Good. Bring it back to center. We're going to slide the left knee towards the left wrist. Bring that left foot ahead of your right hip crease. We're going into pigeon. You can stay on your hands here. You can come down to the elbows. If it's really comfortable for you. Maybe you want to stack your hands and rest your forehead. Good. Come back up, put those hands underneath your shoulders, and we'll slide back that left knee. Tabletop position again, ready for the second side. So we're going to take the right leg straight back behind, cross it over the left foot, maybe look over the left shoulder, checking in with those toes back there. Nice long side stretch along the right side of the body. Right knee comes back underneath of us momentarily. Then we're going to slide that right knee towards the right wrist. Wriggle that right foot maybe a little bit more ahead of the left hip crease. Left leg is nice and long behind. And find your edge here on the second side in pigeon. Bring those hands back underneath your shoulders. Slide that right knee back underneath. And we're going to swing the legs around to one side, keeping them there. So our knees are bent. This is called 90-90. Knees are bent-ish, 90-degree angle on each of those knees. Feet are both going off to the same direction. Feeling there's an external rotation happening on one side, internal rotation happening on the other side. For me, I really feel that internal rotation. And then you're going to switch side to side. If you need to use your hands as you swing your legs side to side, feel free. Good. Taking a moment. Enjoy that sensation before switching again to the other side. Yeah. One of my favorites. It's so simple, but I feel it so much. Good. Loosening up around the top of the legs here, hip area. Good. I'm going to do one more each side, and then we're going to hold that position with both feet off to the side. Right there. And we're going to go to deer with a twist. So if it's okay for you, I'm going to slide that one foot, front foot, underneath the shin of the other. So I have my left arch resting. My right shin is resting in my left arch. Sorry, that got a little confusing. Let me figure this out, okay? Depending on what side of your course that you're on. And then we're going to take our hands over, past the knees, away from the feet, sit up nice and tall here. Good, and then back to center, switch to the other side. So for me, I've got my feet going off to the left, and my left shin is kind of resting in the arch of my right foot. Sitting up tall, I'm going to go over to my right, so over past the knees side, away from the feet. Do you feel things going on in your hips when you're in this shape? Good. Bring the gaze back to center and then stretch those legs out. Give them a bounce, a shake. Good. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. We keep the left leg extended straight out in front. cross the right foot over, and it does not have to come up really high, but let's talk about that right foot. Is the whole bottom of your right foot able to stay down on the mat? If not, we're going to bring that right foot to the inside left leg. So avoid the cross, we're still going to get the twist. So the right knee is on top, then we want to take the opposite hand or arm. So the left hand, left arm, we're going to hug that right knee in towards the chest. It's going to help our spine stay nice and tall. Right hand behind your seat, thumb points towards your seat. And then let's turn on the muscles of that left leg. So point the toes up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, begin to twist to your right. And then gaze back to center. We'll untwist from the top down, stretch out that right leg. Quick little shake out, bounce out, and off to the other side. Maybe crossing the left foot over. And if the whole bottom of that left foot can't stay on the mat, we're going to keep it on the inside of that leg. Right knee, I'm going to take my my left knee, I'm going to take my right arm, my right hand, hug it in. Left hand behind your seat, thumb towards your seat. Exhale, begin to twist to the left. Last breath here. And then we'll bring the gaze back to center, untwist from the top down, shake out those legs. We are going to come up to standing. So make your way up to standing any way that works for you. Taking the path of least resistance. Okay, coming up. We did pigeon on the belly. We're going to do a standing pigeon. And we also did it on the back. Great shape. Okay. If you need something for balance, feel free to head off to your wall if you need to. Let's put the weight into the right foot, cross the left ankle onto the right thigh. Now, you can decide how far you want to sink down or not. It's like, oh, I'm looking for a little more until I find that stretch. And here I feel that left cheek. I'm going to hang out right there. You can make this a little more of an active stretch. You can place your right hand on the bottom of your left foot and maybe give it a little push there. So pushing your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. So just throwing your balance off, don't worry about the active stretch. Good. You can stay here, or if it's okay for you, we can come a little further into a standing fold in that pigeon stretch. Ooh, definitely felt more now. We're coming out of this. Be careful. So we're going to stand back up, really careful. Take that left foot all the way over the right. Slap it down. Okay, so left foot is crossed in front of the right. Extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, side bend to your right. Remember this shape again, this long, nice stretch along the side of the left body here. Well done. We're going so long in our sides. Come back up, catch the hips. We're going to fold again, okay? Exhale, lead with the chin, come forward. And keep your hands on your hips. You can release them to legs. If the mat is available to you, if you're folding that far, be careful. Right, catch the hips, come back up. Beautiful. Now you can keep your left foot down. We're going to go into an eagle, where you can come up onto the ball, those toes of the left foot, the ball of that foot. Maybe you want to lift the leg up. There's a lot of options here. Maybe if it's available to you, some days it is, some days it's not. Left foot can wrap around that calf. Good. And we're just going to do the legs, right? We're not too concerned about the upper body, so hands can stay on your hips. You can bring them from your heart and onto the mudra if you want to. Good. Couple more breaths. All right, unravel your legs, bring that left foot down, pedal out, and we'll do that all on the other side. So standing pigeon was first. Remember, if you need something for balance, go ahead and cross my right ankle onto my left thigh. Start to sink down until I find whatever it is I'm looking for. Sensation. Oh, there it is, that right cheek. Good. Now would you like to stay here? When you make it a little more active, left hand to the bottom of that right foot. We give a little push into the foot and the foot into the hand. This is challenging. Okay, and then the next level, should you choose this adventure, you can come into a fold. Carefully come on up out of the fold if you are there, and then drop that right foot all the way over in front of the left. We're on the other side. Right arm's going to come up, drop that shoulder weight to your exhale, tip to your left, your side bend. Beautiful. Come back up, catch the hips, exhale, lean forward into the fold. Good, catch the hips, long back, reach for it, come back up, and then that last one, the eagle. So you can keep this cross if you want to stay there. Come up onto those right toes. Maybe wrap that right leg around the calf. And sometimes one side of the wrap will work and not on others. Good. Hands are resting wherever is good for you. Last breath here. All right, unravel those legs, bring the footstools down, and that is it for today. Those IT band stretches, I hope they felt good in your body and you feel a little bit better in the rest of your day. Till we see each other again, take care.